Are eggs good for Crohn's disease, or are they making it worse? In this video, I'm going to share with you what are some of the best eggs you can get, and some other important things like not involving eggs that you have to do to heal your Crohn's disease. Guys, I've tried everything under the sun to treat Crohn's disease, and I want to show you exactly what I did, the treatment plan that I used to heal my Crohn's. All you got to do is click on the description and go in there and click on the link that takes you to my free webinar. But don't do that just yet. Watch this video first because I don't talk about eggs much. So think about this. How does someone become, some of you might be okay with eggs, you're not sure about eggs, or you know for sure you react to eggs. Now, I remember when I was a little kid, my mom would cook me eggs, and usually we had them scrambled. Me and my brothers were super picky eaters when we were little, super picky. And then every once in a while, my dad would cook eggs. And when he cooked eggs, I love them now. But back then, I did not like the way he cooked the eggs. He made them super runny. He made them very runny. And I was like, oh my God, it's not cooked. And I would freak out and, oh, I'm not touching that. Ugh. You know, a kid is super helpless. They're at the whim of their parents. Like we've worked with some kids before, and the parents can be like really strict with them, and the kid like just won't get it, and they're almost like in this life or death situation. Like their parents are going to put them in this life or death situation if you don't eat the eggs, you're grounded for a week. If you don't eat these eggs, you're grounded for a month. What do you think that does to the brain? Oh my God, I want to get rid of this crap. Say no further. I will help you out, says the brain. All right, every time you see eggs from now on, I'm going to give you diarrhea, and we are going to eject these eggs. Crohn's disease. Maybe it was getting in, like for me, I'd be stuck at the dinner. Colitis is more I want to get rid of this crap and we get diarrhea. Crohn's disease is more on the small intestines, and it's like, what is something I'm trying to digest and absorb, but I can't? And how does this egg get in the way? If someone has Crohn's disease and they react to eggs, how does an egg get in the way of something that I want? What do you think I wanted to do Sunday morning instead of eating a runny egg? Wanted to go watch cartoons, Big Bad Beetleborgs, Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles. That's what I was That's what I was watching growing up. I wanted to play Sega. I wanted to play Nintendo. Those were the things I really wanted to digest, and this crap was getting in the way. So the conflict shock is, I'm forced to eat this, but I don't want to, and I'd rather be digesting and absorbing my video games, but I can't. Okay, I'll help you. The brain says, okay, I'll help you out. I'm going to put your gut into overdrive to help you digest your video games, and then we can crap out these crappy eggs, even though it's not physically in us. And I know that might sound crazy, but if you just look, I'm just imagining a lemon in my head as I'm about to say this, but like my taste buds are starting to swell up just thinking about a lemon. It doesn't have to be inside us to affect our digestive tract. So now that I've kind of helped you understand what can cause an egg allergy, it's associated with a bad memory. Now you can also get symptoms when you resolve your conflict. So maybe a few years later, you finally man up and you like eating runny eggs, and then you get diarrhea because, hey, you don't need these extra gut cells anymore because, you've gotten over your fear of runny eggs. And then you go to the bathroom to get rid of those extra gut cells. Now you're like, oh my God, the last thing I ate was eggs, and it gave me diarrhea, and nothing's been the same since the one time I ate those runny eggs. I knew they were bad from the start. They're totally not safe. They have E. coli poisoning, blah 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 blah. If you react to eggs, how are eggs a PTSD trigger? And a lot of the times, just realizing how it's a PTSD trigger will break that trigger, and you'll be able to eat it again without any symptoms. Now, Are eggs good in general? Like, are they a good or healthy food to eat in general? Now, when someone has Crohn's disease, their body is burning through a ton of protein, and eggs are packed with protein. Nitrogen is the most important nutrient for your body. Protein, proteus, of the most importance. Nitrogen is protein. This is packed full of protein and the fat-soluble vitamins you need to utilize that protein, efficiently. So eggs are a great food. Now, what type of eggs are you going to want to get? There's all sorts of labels out there nowadays, but you're going to want to go towards organic and something that's pasture raised. And there are some free-range eggs that are pretty well. Like, I used to work on a farm, and the eggs would be really healthy when we would feed the chickens grains. I know a lot of people freak out about grains, but chickens are designed to eat grains. Their digestive system is specifically arranged so that it can handle grains efficiently. Some farmers supplement their chickens with worms, or it's on a dairy farm and the chickens are digging through the poop and eating bugs and eating lizards and snakes and running around. Do they have access to green pasture? A lot of, you never know. Like, something will say that it's pasture raised, and if you go to that pasture, you'd be like, "Where's the pasture? I don't see anything." They'll be like, see my front lawn? Pasture raised." So it just depends. The way that you can tell if you got a good egg or not is by talking to your farmer, but ultimately is how orange is the yolk. The more orange that yolk is, yellow's bad. The more orange the yolk is, the more nutrients, the more fat-soluble vitamins that egg has. So, all right, guys. What you need to do, not be afraid of eggs, but the next thing you need to do is click on my webinar link in the description, and I'll show you everything that I did to recover from Crohn's disease. So I'm going to share with you my treatment plan, how I got better from Crohn's disease. Go do it now.